Welcome to day 110 of our school year. Completed another row up 10. Day 180, we have a total of 180 school days. We're on day 110. Let's find the factors of our numerator. Two factors we always know are 1 and the number itself. Using the commutative property of multiplication, I can write it as 110 times 1. Now I'm going to go through my divisibility rules in an orderly fashion. In order, after 1 is 2. The rule for 2 is that it ends in an even number. 0 at the end of a number is even, so 2 is a factor. Half of 10 tens is 5 tens, half of 10 ones is 5 ones. Next, we look for the rule for 3, which is adding the digits together. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 2. 2 is not a multiple of 3, so 3 is not a factor. We try 4. The rule for 4 is that the last two digits are a multiple of 4. 10 is not a multiple of 4. Another way to check is you look with the second factor with 2. That is not even, so 4 is not a factor. We try 5. The rule for 5 is that it ends in a 0, 5. It ends in a 0, so 5 is a factor. I can get 25s out of 100 and 2 5s out of 10. We look at the rule for 6. The rule for 6 is that both 2 and 3 are factors. 2 is, 3 is not, so 6 is not a factor. We try 7. 7 times 10 is 70, 77, 84, 91, 98, 105, 112. 110 is not in that list, so 7 is not a factor. We try 8. 8 times 10 is 80, 88, 96, 104, 112. 110 is not in that list, so 8 is not a factor. We try 9. 9 has the same rule as 3. We add the digits together and get 2. 2 is not a multiple of 9, so 9 is not a factor. We try the rule for 10. The rule for 10 is that it ends in a 0. It doesn't end in a 0, so 10 is a factor. 10 times 11, 11 times 10. There are no counting or natural numbers between 10 and 11, so we are done. Let's go ahead and list our factors from least to greatest. 1, 2, 5, 10, 11, 22, 55, 110. We have 8 factors. That's more than 2 factors, so it is composite. Now we need to find our greatest common factor. We only have 70 school days left, so 110 is too big. I can't make a group of 110 out of 70. So let's try 55. So 5 tens, and then 5 ones. Okay, 5 ones and 5 tens. Your groups do not have to look like mine, but you do have to have 55 in each. And you need to keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. So 55. I have 15 left over, so 55 is not the greatest common factor. Let's try 22. So 20 and 2. 18 and 4, 16 and 6, 4 and 20, 4 and 10 is 14, and 8 is 22, 2 and 20, that's what I wanted. 20 and 2, 18 and 4, 16 and 6. We have 4 left over. So 22 didn't work. Let's try 11. 10 plus 1 is 11. You can use decomposition to help with finding those add-ins that go together to make 11. 3 plus 8, 4 plus 7, 5 plus 6, 6 plus 5, 7 plus 4, 8 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 10 plus 1, 9 plus 2, 3 plus 8, 4 plus 7, 5 plus 6, 6 plus 5. And we have 4 left over, so 11 didn't work. Let's go ahead and do groups of 10. Ten worked. There's no remainder. So 10 is our greatest common factor. Let's go ahead and count up our total groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Total groups. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shaded in. Now that we have done our division with our model, let's go ahead and do division with our algorithm. We're going to divide both into groups of 10, our greatest common factor. All right, 10 times 10 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros the game, more on top, no need to stop. 8 times 10 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Add our partial quotients together. 10 plus 8 is 18. 10 times 10 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros the game, more on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros the game. 1 times 10 is 10. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Add our partial quotients together, and we get 11. Now we need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Now, since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to take time to add 0. But here, our placeholder is going to move it over a place. One group of 10 groups of 8 is 80. 10 groups of 10 is 100. Placeholder moves it over a place. 10 groups of 1 is 10. 10 groups of 10 is 100. 110 matches our dividend up here. 180 matches our dividend up here. So 11 is definitely our numerator, and 18 is definitely our denominator. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. We are in trimester 2, week 11. Our date today is 2/12/2020, and our fraction for today is 11/18. So let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 10. So our last one we have is at our halfway mark, 9/18. Okay, then we have 10/18. Both of those are even, both are divisible by 2 to get our equivalent fraction in lowest terms, or our simplest form of 5/9. It is also equivalent to 25/45, and it is also equivalent to 50/90, as well as our beginning fraction. But today is 11/18. There are no lines below it because this is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. But there is an equivalent fraction in the 5s and the 2s, because both 5 and 2 are common factors, but 10 is our greatest common factor. All right, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.